former goalkeeper Siobhan Chamberlain is alongside Pien Mullenstein.
Yeah, thank you very much. Good evening and welcome back to a chilly night here at the Leigh Sports Village. The stage is set for another big night in Manchester as the Reds host the Blues for the second time in the space of a week. Well, tonight both sides are looking to take one step closer to the FA Women's Continental League Cup. Casey Stoney's side will be hoping to secure their first win in the competition this season, whilst Gareth Taylor's City need just a point to secure progression through to the knockout stages. Let's take a look at how both sides are going to be lining up today. For Manchester United then, Casey Stoney making 5 changes since our 2-2 draw over City at the weekend. This is how we expect them to be lining up. Ramsey in goal, Battier, Turner, Millie Turner and Galton at the back. Then it's Zellem, Staniforth and Hunnen. And then up front, Hansen, Lauren James making her first start for United. And of course, Tobin Heath. As for Manchester City, this is how we're going to be expecting them to line up as well. Bardsley in goal with Bronze, Bonner, Greenwood, Morgan at the back. In midfield, Walsh and Scott, with Becky, Weir, Park and Georgia Stanway up front. Well, just 5 days ago, Tobin Heath and Kirsty Hansen were the heroes for United in the Women's Super League as the Reds fought back from 2 goals down to earn a point here at the Leigh Sports Village. And it was in last season's FA Women's Continental League Cup that United secured their first victory over our crosstown rivals. The teams will be looking to repeat that same feat this time round. Delighted to be joined today by former goalkeeper of Manchester United, Siobhan Chamberlain. And Siobhan, bit of weird circumstances to play the same team again in the space of a week, but again another really important game for United.
Oh, it is, and I think everyone loves playing in a Manchester derby, so I think people will be chomping at the bit to get back out there again. And normally if you win a game, if you play the same team afterwards, you've kind of you want to go out there and put on the same great performance and get another good result. If you lose a game, it gives you the opportunity to put things right really quickly. But obviously it was a draw last time out. Both teams played well in different halves, so it'd be interesting how this one starts off.
Well, United just ready as the players all take the knee for the first 10 seconds of the game in solidarity with the Black Lives Matter movement. It will be United who will get us underway, and Zellem will take the first kick straight over to Tobin Heath. Back to Ramsey. Of course, good to see her in goal as well, isn't it, Siobhan? Because we don't get to see much of her, but as you said, she's one of those players that's really progressing through Casey Stoney as well.
It is. I'm really pleased that she's got the start here tonight, and it's a great opportunity for her to show how much she's progressed and to show to Casey that she's a goalkeeper she should be thinking of moving forward for the future. She'll want to get a couple of good touches under her belt early doors. As a goalkeeper, you always want to kind of settle into a game, especially when you haven't played a lot recently, so hopefully she'll get a few good early touches.
Well, City just trying to drive the ball forward, but United being clever in defence, and Zellem just getting it out of way. There's Morgan. Back to Bardsley. Here's Bronze now for City. Driving the ball forward on that right-hand side. Through to Becky. No one was there, though, for that ball, and just trickles out of play for United, and Ramsey will pick this up as a goal kick.
Yeah, it's interesting. It looks like Janine Becky's started slightly more centrally as the focal point for City's attack, with Park on the right and Stanway on the left. I'm sure those three will interchange and switch about a bit, but Becky's very quick, so the back line for United will definitely need to be aware of that.
There's Turner for United over to Battier. Sends it forward to Hansen. Hansen, of course, scoring the equaliser in our last derby just 5 days ago here at the Leigh Sports Village. An incredible comeback from United after they went 2 goals down.
It was a fantastic second half performance from United. As good as it was by City in the first half, United put on a great performance in the second half and almost nicked it at the death with that clearance off the line from Demi Stokes. So they'll be looking for that kind of performance today as opposed to what came out for the first half.
Bonner. to Bronze, who sends it back to Bardsley. Here's Bonner again. Sends the ball forward, but Zelen will pick this up. Back to Galton. Just a bit of pressure being put on Ramsey there. She deals with it well, doesn't go far out enough though, and Amy Turner will have to pick this up and try and send it away.
Janine Becky there showing how quick she is pressing that ball down. City will press everything, especially if you've got a goalkeeper that hasn't played a lot. It take a bit of time to get back into the rhythm of playing and being out there, and luckily for Emily Ramsey, she got away with that one, but I'm sure she'll be trying to release it a little bit earlier next time.
A long ball forward, thought she could find the run of Park, but again, just went straight into the hands of Ramsey. United just having to be clever in their defence, because of course we saw in the first half last time that City really played on that and they got their 2 goals. Leah Galton here now with a driving run forward. Tobin Heath with a finger out saying give it to me, but she finds Lauren James in the end. Ball goes to looking for Hansen. Nice bit of skill from Georgia Stanway to get away from Ona Battier.
That's what we want to see more of. Leah Galton getting forward. She's a left winger by trade, and she'll want to be higher up the pitch. Yes, she's done a great job and she played really well at left back Saturday now. But today, if we can get her higher up the pitch, joining in, attacking as much as possible, then that's going to be a great sign for United.
Ball just tried to go through to Jess Park, who went out. And Casey Stoney saying she will have learnt from what happened just 5 days ago, Siobhan. Of course, it is very strange circumstances to play the same team again, but in a way, is that also an advantage? Because you know exactly how they played a couple of days ago, and you know what you did wrong, and you know what they did wrong, so you can work on that straight away. Yeah, for sure. I mean, City have made 7 changes, United have made 5, so there's a lot of change gone on here, and it's going to be a very different game with different personnel on the pitch, but you'll understand the opposition's game plans and how they want to play. And I think, but you'd know that before Saturday's game, each team has a philosophy. They know how they want to play regardless of who they're playing against. So it's kind of just how the players on the pitch execute that on the day. Galton again to Heath. Just goes out of play though, and referee gives it to City. There's Bronze that's going to be picking this up. Gareth Taylor's side currently on an unbeaten streak of 5 games unbeaten. Out it goes to Stanway, who try and run the ball forward. Becky trying to control it, couldn't quite get there. And out it goes. Back up the pitch for City to reset. Greenwood finds Becky. The ball was loose, and here's Hansen now on that right-hand side. She's really putting the ball forward, but Morgan putting the pressure on, and Hansen just lost the possession there. United doing really well there defensively to compact the spaces. They didn't give City anywhere to play. They shut all the gaps and found it really difficult. Then on the turnover, Kirsty Hansen was there and able to drive out. Couldn't quite find the through ball, but it's great defensive play from United there to stop City from getting through on an attack. In terms of the Manchester City formation, Siobhan, we can see it a little bit clearer now on the pitch. Looks like Janine Becky is sort of in the middle there, and Jess Park on the right-hand side. Georgia Stanway on this left-hand side. Georgia Stanway playing in a similar position to what she played in the first derby. That battle against Ona Battier as well is a real frustrating one for both of them, I'm sure. Yeah, I'd imagine Georgia Stanway has been put there and said, do exactly what you did in the first half. She had a great first half of the last derby, and Ona Battier didn't have one of her best games. I'm sure she'll be the first to admit that, but she's a fantastic player, and I'm sure she'll be relishing the opportunity today to play up against her and to prove how good she is. Well, the ball falls to Ramsey. He tries to go through the middle of the park, but Morgan will pick this up. Well recovered, though, by United and Jackie Hunan. Yeah, just
forcing it a little bit there. Sometimes when you haven't played for a while, you're a little bit over keen in trying to prove what you can do. It's just about relaxing into it and enjoying it and just keeping things simple, because as a goalkeeper, you really want to be kind of forgotten that you're on the pitch. You don't want to be having to make worldy saves. Sometimes you do.
Well, here's Staniforth, right on the edge, passes it back to Hansen. Zellem is there waiting for the ball on the edge of the box, passes it out to Kunen. Heath was waiting there, but Jill Scott was able to take the possession away from it. And back it goes to Bardsley. Greenwood. Loose ball there, and Tobin Heath has a chance here to try and take a strike. You don't want to be letting Tobin Heath have a chance on the goal like they did in the derby back on the weekend, but that was a chance wasted really, Siobhan, because it went way wide.
Yeah, a stray pass there from Alex Greenwood, which is rare. She's technically a very good player. And Tobin Heath, it just shows the confidence that she's got as a player. She's back near the halfway line, and to take that first time and to have the confidence to go for it, it's great for United that they're in that kind of mindset to say, well, we've got the ability, we're just going to go for it. Take risks, take the opportunities, and that's when you're going to score goals, if you take those chances.
I'm sure City will be breathing a sigh of relief that didn't go into the back of the net, but again, positive play from United. A good chance for Tobin Heath. Back to Bardsley. Greenwood. Morgan finds Stanway. Out it goes for a United throw-in. Zellem finds Turner, who sends it back to a goalkeeper, Ramsey. Turner just trying to find the pass through to Leah Galton, but it was Bronze that picked it up in the end. Now the ball is on the edge of the side here for City. He'll try again. Bronze with the ball in. Great defending from Amy Turner, who heads it out, but only as far as Stanway. He'll take a strike, but just goes wide. And that was a close call for City.
Yeah, Lucy Bronze is always going to gamble to be able to cut that ball out and get on the attack there. I think Millie Turner just kind of underplayed it through to Leah Galton, and that's a risk you can't really take when you've got a player like Lucy Bronze that's going to be charging down your neck if you lose it. Great recovery from her in the end, though, and Manchester United getting good bodies around the ball and making the blocks when necessary.
Turner will send the ball forward now to Galton, who overlaps Heath and sends it back to her. There's Heath now with a strong run forward. Lovely pass to find Galton. Lauren James is making the run as well. Katie Zellem is there. Not able to get anything on it, though, and Leah Galton will run forward. She did fantastically to get there, but Bronze will send it out, and she'll... Looks like it went out for a corner, and I think the referee has given it a corner, Siobhan, but she tried her best, Lucy Bronze, to make it go for a throw-in.
Yeah, great attack in there again. That's Leah Galton higher up the pitch than she was last weekend. That's where you want to see her. You want to see her joining in. A great delivery and a great block by Lucy Bronze. But before that, you see Lauren James out there in those wide areas, delivering early balls, which are so difficult to defend. And that's what you want to see more of, and lots of United bodies in the box trying to attack it.
Well, corner comes in for United. Turner was there, as was Galton, right on the far post. It's Galton against Becky here, but looks like Becky was just fouled, or it goes out for a throw-in for City.
Fantastic whip on that ball. If someone was attacking that at the far post, that was a certain goal. But just not anyone quite on that same wavelength on this corner. But again, United have had some fantastic deliveries over the last couple of games, and Tobin Heath, Leah Galton, Katie Zellem, there's such talent on the pitch from set pieces. It'd be interesting to see some battles with who gets the opportunity to take them today.
Ramsey. United. That's a Galton. He's up against Jess Park. Gets past her, though. Now Galton will try and put the ball through to Lauren James. Does find Lauren James. Tobin Heath is there in the box, tries to take a touch on it. Hansen will pick it up though, and just goes out for a goal kick, and that was a great chance for United.
It was a fantastic ball in by Lauren James, exactly the same as the ball she just put in before, and it's so difficult to defend when you put it in early, put it into that kind of corridor of uncertainty where the goalkeeper doesn't know whether they can come for it. The defenders, if they get a touch, it could end up in their own net. It's a fantastic delivery, and one that Tobin Heath would probably think she could have done a little bit better with and got a heavier touch and into the back of the net.
Well, the ball goes all the way out to Millie Turner. Out to Galton. And City just edging their way up the pitch here as United trying to play it out from the back. And City really defending in numbers at the moment, Siobhan, knowing that they probably only need a point from this game. Do you think that's sort of in the back of Gareth Taylor's mind, that he's not too bothered about getting the goals, he just wants to make sure that there's no United goals that go in?
I don't think so. I think both managers will be out here to win this game, although City are pretty much guaranteed through in this group. They've still got to get a result to make sure of that, and I think the team that they've put out shows that they want to go out there and win it. It's a strong team, although they've made changes. It's the same for Manchester United.
Well, Janine Becky was just down. She's back up on her feet, though. Seems to be OK, and the play carried on. Good play there from Hansen to get the ball away, and Staniforth picks it up. Again, great work right there from Hansen to keep the ball in United's possession. To Hunen. And Staniforth again. Just not able to get through that Manchester City defence, though, United at the moment. Hansen working really hard to try and get anything through. Zellum now. Lovely ball through to Tobin Heath. Flag stays down and she's onside. Tobin Heath now for United. Into Lauren James. What a save by Bardsley. Fantastic save and fantastic strike from Lauren James.
That's a fantastic save from Karen Bardsley. She's a shot stopper, and she's a fantastic shot stopper, and that's what you want for your goal from your goalkeeper. And great vision from Tobin Heath to pull it back to Lauren James there, and a great shot. But yeah, you've got to give credit to the goalkeeper there for that great save.
Well, Tobin Heath will take another corner for United. Jackie Hunen, Lucy Staniforth, Katie Zellum all stood on the edge of the box. Ball whips in here for United. Jackie Hunen will try and take a shot. Just whips over the top of the net. Out for a goal kick.
I thought that had a little bit more dip on it than it did. I could see that potentially dipping in over that crossbar, but yeah, another good delivery. Just not anyone quite at that near post space to nip in front of the defender there. But again, positive play from United here.
Here's Greenwood. Sends it through to Bonner. Bronze now. Trying to just dink the ball over to Jess Park. Was blocked in the end, though, by Galton.
Yeah, Leah Galton will have to be at her best defending again up against Lucy Bronze and Jess Park there, who's been done really well since she's come in. She's obviously a young player that's been given a lot of opportunities under Gareth Taylor, so I'm sure it'll be a difficult afternoon again for Leah Galton, but one that I'm sure she's looking forward to.
Well, Lucy Bronze, of course, one of the summer signings for Gareth Taylor after a very successful couple of years at Lyon in France. In the Women's Champions League as well a couple of times, Lucy Bronze. So back at her former club. She's currently down, though, after a slight collision, and the referee will go and check if she's okay.
She doesn't normally stay down, so hopefully it's nothing too serious for her. And I think it was a little bit of a late challenge from Lauren James, but you're playing in a derby, it's going to be physical, there's going to be challenges flying in. I'm surprised there hasn't been any more just yet in this first 20 minutes.
Well, I've got to say, Siobhan, Manchester United definitely looking more lively in the first sort of 19 minutes of this game.
I think both teams have blocked up really well defensively. They've narrowed the spaces, they've not enabled the opposition to have a lot of space to play in, and they've both kind of said, look, we're not going to concede, we're going to go out there, we're going to break you down, but when you've got the mentality that you're going to block up and you're going to defend, it might not lead to having so many goals and such an exciting scoreline as Saturday.
Zellum. Turner. Becky really putting the pressure on Ramsey there. And Stanway will pick up this loose ball. Finds Park. Sends it into Becky. And Caroline Weir was in on goal, but well defended though by Battier. And Hansen will pick this up and keep running with the ball. Great strength from her to keep that ball. Lauren James is just beside her. Just tried to pass the ball through Alex Greenwood, but she saw the pass coming and intercepted. That was a bit of brilliance from United there at the back to defend that chance from City and then bring it all the way forward, Siobhan.
Yeah, fantastic defensive shape there from Ona Badger to read the ball through to Caroline Weir and block it off and then start the attack with Kirsty Hansen. Just didn't quite find that final through ball to Lauren James. But that's when United need to break, need to attack. When City are out of shape, when they've just done that, just attacked themselves, that's going to be the opportunity where they're going to be able to get through into City's final third.
Well, here's Stanway now for City. Sends it to Weir. Walsh back to Greenwood. Here's Stanway again. Drives the ball into the middle of the pitch. Scott. Out to Park. Stanway just hanging around the edge of the box there for City. Just tried to find the cross in. Does eventually go out for a goal kick. That was good block there by Katie Zellum.
Yeah, good defending by Katie Zellum there to get away with a goal kick and not give away a corner as well, because obviously City have got talented players there aerially and they're a big threat from set pieces. So I'm sure that would have been one of the things that Casey would have said after Saturday's game. Try not to give away too many set pieces. If we can give away throw-ons instead of corners, do that, but try and limit them and prevent too many unnecessary goal-scoring opportunities.
Staniforth back to Battier. Turner. Sends the ball to Galton. Bronze intercepts though. And she's not letting anyone get past her today, is she?
No, it doesn't look like that little knock's affected her either. She's probably just letting the referee know that she's been late on me. Don't let her do it again, pretty much. But yeah, she's a fantastic defender and she's got Tobin Heath up against her, who's a fantastic attacker. So I'm sure we'll be in for another great 1v1 battle like we were on Saturday.
Well, after this game, of course, a lot of the players going off on international duties. Interestingly enough, the Netherlands are going to be playing the US in sort of a remake of that World Cup final.
Yeah, it'd be a really exciting game, that. Holland, Netherlands have got some very talented players.
Ramsey just misplaced that pass and Stanway took a shot but went way wide, but that was a let-off for United there.
It was, I think, Emily Ramsey just needs to take a little second, just compose herself a little bit. She's very talented, she's got great feet, she's good at distributing, but sometimes she might just need to take a second, just keep it simple and keep the ball moving nice and quickly, just to get her rhythm and get involved in the game like she'd want to.
Well, here's Turner. Back to Ramsey. Millie Turner now sends it through to Galton. Heath is there, but she's got 2 City players surrounding her. United still regain the possession though. Here's Zellum, lovely pass to Hansen. Heath is making the run forward as well. Good tackle though by Esme Morgan. Staniforth picks this up for United. United send it back to regroup.
Just getting a little bit scrappy at the moment. Quick turnovers, then returning it over again. I think United are doing well here. What they need to do, just get a few passes under your belt and then break through when you get that opportunity.
Well, Dalton here has gone past about 3 City players. She had to go one-on-one with Bronze, but in the end, Bronze did well and got the goal kick for City.
Yeah, again, that's what you want to see from Galton. I've said it a few times already today. You want to see her really high up the pitch, joining in with play and getting deliveries and potentially even getting shots away like we know she can do.
Morgan, back to Greenwood for City. Here United are putting the pressure on. Lauren James making the run. And that was a loose pass though. City were somehow able to keep it in play, and Lucy Bronze with a lovely bit of skill just to get past the United players. Sends the ball forward to Park. Georgia Stanway is making the run into the box, but Park's lofted effort was way too far out for any of the City players to get anything on that.
Oh, it was a fantastic piece of skill there by Lucy Bronze. I'm not sure, I think that was Katie Zello. I'm not sure she'll want to see that back again, so she'll be pleased it was an overhit cross, so it won't be replayed too many times. But a great break from City, and United just need to make sure they keep their concentration at the back.
Well, the United throw-in found the feet of Caroline Weir. There's Walsh, and here's Scott now for City. Tobin Heath doing well to keep the ball, and Galton has got acres of space here but decides to send it to Lauren James. Hansen tried to pick it up, but it just went a little bit too far out. And they're throwing now for City.
Yeah, fantastic work right there from Tobin Heath. She's tracking all the way back to the edge of her own box, and that sometimes is what's allowing Leah Galton to get higher up on the pitch. She knows that Tobin Heath will cover her if she needs to. She'll go back, she'll do that extra work, and such a great mindset to have, and to have probably the best player out there showing that kind of effort and enthusiasm is contagious for the rest of the players.
Well, it's another throw-in for City. In almost half an hour gone, Siobhan, how do you think United